So today I'm going to show you how to use a save favorite creation parameter when you don't have access to batch. Save favorite creation parameters will allow you to create any type of object in Imaris, whether it's surfaces, spots, cells, or filament, using the same parameters that you previously used and on a single file one at a time. So here I have this surface object and I want to save these creation parameters and recreate it on another data set. The way I would do that is take this surface object that's selected here, and you can tell it's selected because it's highlighted in the surpass scene, select the creation tab, which is this star wand icon, and then select this button down here that says store parameters for batch. This window is also really helpful so you can look on other data sets that have previously created objects. You can look at what the creation parameters were used to create those objects. So it can come in handy when you're wondering about what thresholds are used or different filtering or classifications. It's all listed right here. But so if you want to store these parameters so that you can create these objects again on a different data set, you select this button here. And if you don't have access to batch, you won't be able to select this store location for arena, but you will still have the option to do favorite creation parameters. You can name this whatever you want to name it. So these are kinetochores. So I will just name that kinetochores or name it whatever you like and just hit OK. And so then to apply this to another data set, you would then close this data set, open up another one. So I'll go back into Arena, say I don't want to save this, and I'm going to use the same data set because this is really only going to work well when your data sets are really similar across the board. So I'll open up the same data set, but open the image only so there's no objects that are already present. And I have this is the same data set. I will then select the new surface, and this process would work the same if you were in a different module and not just in surfaces. But here on the first step of the creation wizard, in the section where it says favorite creation parameters, open up the drop-down menu and select that surface. You can then move through the creation wizard one step at a time by selecting the blue button, or you can jump to the very end here with the green button. This will create a surface using those same favorite creation parameters, and you can see it did this, and it looks exactly the same as what it looked like in that other data set because it is the same data set. But this should work if your data is similar enough when looking at like your display adjustment window and your histogram, things like that. There is one big caveat to this. If you use any object statistics, you cannot save those creation parameters, because object statistics will rely on different objects in the surpass scene, like spots or surfaces. You can't actually save those creation parameters because they rely on a different object. So I think that's really the only big caveat. Another thing to note is that if you use any mask channels in here, you can't save those creation parameters. They're also not batchable. And if you do any type of extensions, those are also not savable as creation parameters or in batch. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.